Hi, I'm Tom Vernon. I'm a student at the Manchester College, and I'm studying video game design. I don't know how much I actually have to say before I start this, but this is my presentation on the uses of AI and AI tools in gaming and their effect on the future. Here we go. Some of the things that I'm going to cover in this presentation are the intro to what I've been researching, a summary of my research, a summary of my idea, the summary of inspirations/slash influences, my conclusion, further reading, and then questions. Also, sorry if you can hear my chair squeak, it's quite an old chair. This is my introduction. What I chose to research was AI/AI tools and their effect on video games. Some of the methods that I used to find my research were just looking around on YouTube and asking people on Reddit. Another thing I used was I asked ChatGPT for some examples of AI, and I thought it would be interesting to hear what an AI has to say about another AI. A little bit more on that later. The main reason that I did all this was because I wanted to find out what advanced AI is currently doing in the game industry. And then, kind of from where it is now, I could guess at what might come after into the future. Another thing I was looking for was some more kind of AI or AI tools that aren't really talked about enough, and I can see what is like, what they're doing and what they could do to help me. Some of the skills that I wanted to get out of this project is a deep understanding of how AI works inside of Unreal, and then something that will help me in my next project for Unit 13. What I wanted to actually make was a small area where you can like test out some of the different AIs that I've made. Sadly though, as the AI that I researched were mostly quite high level stuff, the things that I could make in comparison were all pretty basic. This is a summary of my research. The most interesting thing that I found out from my research is the development of NVIDIA ACE and its use in the game May 5 that will be releasing later this year. If you don't already know about it, NVIDIA has partnered up with May 5 and they've created what I think to be a revolutionary boss called Asterion, or Asterion. I don't know how you pronounce it. What's unique about this boss is that it can recall previous battles and learn from them, making it able to evolve with its experience. I think this will be the next step in video game boss fights. It also adds loads of replayability to the game, which will increase the game's lifetime, meaning the companies that make it will make more money, which, makes it a win-win for both consumers and creators. The idea that I've developed through my research is how AI and AI tools will affect the future of gaming. And through this presentation, as well as my reports and really the whole of my Miro board, I hope that it also slightly interested you as well, the reader or listener in this case. The short and simple of it is I quite like AI. I think it's very interesting. And I think that in most fields, AI is going to be a big part of the future. And what I want to do is follow its advances as they happen by looking, at the gaming industry or through it, around it, however you want to say exactly. As you can probably tell from everything that I've written, I'm quite the fan of AI. And one of the things that's piqued my interest recently is NVIDIA Ace, specifically their collaboration with We Made Studio in the game May 5. I think that the idea of a video game boss that can evolve based on, previous wins or losses can be absolutely groundbreaking for the future of, like AI enemy design in games. NVIDIA Ace is also what made me want to do this topic for my project because I just randomly saw it on YouTube. And if I can just see something groundbreaking like that randomly, then if I look into it, surely there's going to be a bunch of more incredible things I could find. What I set out to do was to learn more about AI and the uses it has in video games. And to be honest, I think I've done just that. I think that my research went really well with this project. The main reason for it was probably because I found it really interesting and it gave me the motivation to do more than I would have done had it been something that I found, more boring. Throughout this project, I've learned that the world of AI is much larger than I previously thought it to be. And while obviously I can't predict the future, the research that I've done has shown me some of the paths that AI could take in the future. The actual product that I made wasn't as good as it could have been. There were some issues that I couldn't fix, mostly due to time constraints, and overall I just wasn't very happy with it. Some of the things that I have learnt and plan to use in my next project are ChatGPT for idea generation, Messy AI to create placeholder models, and the flying enemy AI that I made in my Unreal project. If anyone reading this wanted to learn more about some of the things I've spoken about during this presentation, then these are the main things that I would look into. It's just kind of some of the AI tools that I've used and information on, well, NVIDIA ACE is the main one I'd look at. That's very interesting stuff. And that is all I have for you. If anyone in the audience has any questions they'd like to ask me. No? Okay, I must have just given so much information that you've found it interesting enough. You don't want anyone else to know. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and that is the end. Have a lovely day.